Maxie with Maxie Makes. Today I'd like to share a technique with you for making continuous prairie points. Prairie points are beautiful on the edge of pillows or on the edge of a quilt. You can use prairie points in the place of binding or in addition to binding, either way. And I'm going to show you how this can be such a fast and easy technique to add to your quilt. So let's say we're going to work with a 3-inch prairie point today. I'm going to cut a 6-inch wide strip width of fabric. So that would be 6 inches wide by about 42 inches long. And the reason I want it to be 6 inches wide is because that will give me 2 equal sets of 3-inch squares for my prairie points. So here is a 6-inch strip. And this is a short strip. I'm working in just a size that would be easy for us to see today, but normally it would be the full width of fabric. Press it in half so that you get a nice crisp reference line down the center. And then begin to measure 3-inch squares and mark with a pen. I hope you can see where I've marked the 3-inch lines there. Do this along the top half and then also on the bottom half, but before you measure and mark the bottom half, measure in 1.5 inches and cut that away, and then measure 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, and then when you get to the end of your strip, you'll have another 1.5 inch to cut away, and you'll just discard those. Next, we're going to cut right on the lines that we drew, all the way from the edge to the fold. Cut, cut, cut on both sides all the way to the fold. See, that's loose there. But the fold is still intact. Then at your pressing surface, you're going to fold down the upper corner over to the fold and press. Then you're going to fold up this one and press, fold down and press the entire length until you have pressed them in half diagonally. And then you get something that looks like this. Now you're going to take your glue stick, this is a temporary fabric glue stick, and on the outer edge I'm going to just put a dot of glue. And I usually work with about 4 prairie points at a time, and then fold that over just like so, so that the tips are overlapped, and then crease that really nicely. I'll do that here in just a second. Go ahead and glue all of them on the top side as well as the bottom side. Okay, and this is where I would get the iron back over there and press each of these. And I like to also use just a little bit of starch alternative or spray starch. At least water would give you a crisp fold, but I really like to use the spray starch alternatives. Flatter is my favorite, in fact. Alright, so do that the entire length. Sort of looks like a zigzag now. And all you have to do now is fold the top half down over the bottom half. Usually press that as I fold. Let me do that. And go to the sewing machine and baste right along the folded edge to hold that down. It may not stay down at this point, but if you've pressed it like that, it'll be easy to fold it and stitch it at your sewing machine. So you just stitch right along there, very close to the fold, within your seam allowance, whatever that would be. I usually stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, and you can see that in this piece right here. I've stitched like that, and see how nice and flat that lays. Then you're going to place it on your quilt. If you want to sandwich this in between your quilt or your pillow form, whatever you're going to add this to, this is the way you would orient it around the corner. And if they don't fit perfectly, which they're not very likely to, all you do is remove some of the stitches where you need to. See that? See how I opened that up? And then just cut right on that fold with scissors. See? Then you can make that fit. And the way you orient your corner is to butt 2 prairie points together like that. And then if you're still struggling with this meeting in the corners and being just the right length, you can cut them apart like I have them right here and slide a piece underneath. You only need to cut it apart in a couple of places, more than likely, if you're not fitting perfectly. But see, you can slide that or scooch it to adjust the length, and no one will ever know. And that one needs to be on top. Make sure you pay attention to top, underneath when you're piecing those together like that. Now, let me give you one more tip. At this point, this is where I pressed in half and drew my 3-inch lines to cut. You know how sometimes you'll see prairie points, and the prairie points, every other one is from one fabric, and another fabric is used for the alternate prairie points. You can do that with this method. So if this is a 6-inch wide strip, just cut 2 different fabrics. This top fabric would be from one color, and this bottom fabric would be from another color. Cut them 3 1/4 inch wide by width of fabric and seam them together with a 1/4 inch seam, and you have a 6-inch wide strip. And you can do this same technique, and then you'll have alternating colors for your prairie points. I hope you enjoy making prairie points. They're a beautiful addition to many projects. Thank you for watching today. Happy sewing, and God bless. Thanks for watching. Happy sewing, and God bless.